Oh, wow. 34 years ago, I came to Michigan State from up north in the Upper Peninsula, from the shores of Lake Superior in a small town called Bessemer. And my father, who just passed away last year, was 98 years old, still lived by himself, still very cognitive to the end. He was a World War II vet. He fought in Okinawa, fought at Heartbreak Ridge, was left for dead, and was brought back, and I'm glad he did, because I wouldn't be here today. But my father was a man of service. He said the greatest purpose in life is to give service to others. Okay? He was somebody that was my hero, and when he passed away, part of my hero went away. But one of the things my father did when he retired from his business was he started a food bank. Started a food bank, part of St. Vincent de Paul, with my mom, and did that for years. So when I got down here, I became interested in politics, and I became the student government leader. And at that time, in 19, wow, I am old. 1989, a person by the name of B. Mott, who was a former secretary to John Hanna, came to me and said, "Dennis, have you ever heard about food insecurity?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm a college student. I know what food insecurity is like." He said, "I think we should start a food bank." And I said, "Okay." He didn't say no to B. Mott. This is the person who would tell John Hanna and Cliff Wharton what to do. So he didn't say no to B. Mott. So we started the food bank in actually 1990. It wasn't really registered until 93, right, Nicole? And I've been with it ever since. Part of the story I didn't tell you, though. My father's business, he was CITGO. My father ran a CITGO station. Here is
That's like Paul Harvey right there.
It's a glow in the dark and a flip a coin thing. So my dad actually ran a CITGO station, so I have an affinity for CITGO products and CITGO people. And my dad, I was telling Paul before that, my dad said I was the worst mechanic ever, but I couldn't keep the bathrooms clean. I knew my skill. He knew my skill. So I have a real affinity to CITGO, and I was telling Tyler here that even though he lived in Ann Arbor for a couple of weeks before he got here, I wouldn't hold that against him. So the whole thing with CITGO is rings true to my heart. The food bank rings true to my heart, and as my father gave service, thank you, CITGO, for giving service, because you have no idea. Open your hearts for a minute. You have no idea the impact you make with this donation. To have a student not have food. When we first started the food bank, there were folks out there who said, college students need food, they got money. They got money for beer, they got money for tuition. No, especially graduate students, professional students, international students will put everything they have into their academics at the expense of not having food. I have people who have gotten back to me years later, internationally, everywhere, and said, I wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for the food bank. I wouldn't have made it if you didn't open the doors and give me food. You know what it's like to have somebody, I work in the health center. I'm a director of health promotion and also the executive director of the National Social Health Center. And I work in the health center, and I work with students who also have mental health challenges. We'll sit in a counseling session and say, so do you have any food at home? I say, no, I got nothing. And they don't feel like they're worthy to ask for food because they're college students. So we have an emergency program where we walk them right downstairs and we hand them food and we send them out the door. And we don't even like to call it a food bank because there's a stigma to that. We like to call it food security. Just like financial aid. If you need financial aid, you go to financial aid office. If you need food, you come to food security. We have a real issue. We have between 12 and 25% of our students who are food insecure. And so this donation goes a long way. You're actually helping families be successful. We had, 240 families the first week we served a couple weeks ago. 240 families, international, grad students, undergrads. So you have no idea how much this really helps people be successful. So when you think about your own kids and think about trying to provide food for them, you're providing food for a lot of kids here that will never be able to say thank you, but just know you did it. Thank you.
Good.